You guys are watching Josh Bois TV, and today we are here with lovely Brie Thomas, going over 12 tips for how to build your recurring income stream and passive income stream using an ebook. She has an awesome new ebook out called...
It's called the Bikini Bible Cookbook.
And she's a health and nutrition influencer, and currently she is building an app. So we just put out another video for you guys that kind of talks a little bit more about her app and some fundraising strategies, and now we're going into some marketing strategies that you can use to generate more income without putting in hours at 9 to 5. That's no fun.
Yes, so if you have a great idea, most likely you can put it in an ebook. Ebook is a great form of residual income, especially if you're working that 9 to 5 and you got time.
You got time. And we have 3 cameras going on right now. We got her live, my live, and then the actual Josh Bois TV
like, hey
official
guys,
camera. Yeah, we're looking at all those. It's gonna be funny ones. So tip number 1. I'll let you start off.
Number 1 is I feel like the number 1 most people, I can't even talk now, thanks a lot. The roadblock that people mostly have is, where do I start, how do I get started? I have this great idea for an ebook, but I just have a Word document. So what do I do with this Word document? So the first thing is you need to make it into something pretty. So the place that I like to do that at is canva.com, and you can pick out a ebook template, or you can hire someone to make a template for you and get that foundation going so that you at least have a base and you can start there. Even if this is great for people if they haven't actually written out the book yet and they just need some kind of foundation to fill it in, then Canva is a great start.
AT&T.
Yeah. Brie.
Sorry guys, it's just a poor connection on your phone. But we also have that game too.
Yeah,
spread
that's
them
great.
Out. So yeah, and Canva actually also has a premium version. One of the things I do like about Canva for making templates is that you can actually edit it across the device. So you can do your iPhone, your iPad. There's actually a web version too, so you can start in one place and stop another. And the premium actually allows you to have teams. So when you're doing a ton of media production, you're having people pump out things, or maybe you have a 50-page ebook or 100-page, and you need 5 different people to be working on it. You can have different people in there. So anyway, that was tip 1.
Yeah, that was a good tip.
So tip 2, kind of briefly touched on the last video here. Email marketing is very crucial. You can use tools like MailChimp, which lets you have 2,000 subscribers for free and tap them 6 times. That's 12,000 emails a month for free. There's premium solutions, and as a marketing company, we help people do mass email marketing as well. You can collect those through your website or your Facebook page. Import your own lists. So I definitely recommend you guys starting to collect phones and emails that you can market to for your ebook or whatever it is. Tip
Trying to think of all the tips that we came up with.
So we actually did this video once, and this happened before the audio cut out, so we're redoing it.
Yeah,
so
or
we got
the connection on the phone, either way.
That one too.
So tip number 3 was, how do we get these email lists? Right.
So, yeah, and there are rules. Like London actually just came out with the GDPR rule or something like that, where you have to double opt-in people. So that means that they not only sign up on your website, but then you send them an email and they click to confirm again. So sometimes people are really strict, and you got to be careful of not being registered as spam by over-emailing people, especially if you didn't get their email directly from them. You bought a list or something like that.
Okay.
But you can definitely buy lists. And I think we talked about this earlier, jumping on the shoulders of giants.
Yes.
So, partner with other people that already...
Tip.
Yeah.
You gotta say tip
I
number 4.
gotta save some tips here, guys.
We got tip number 4.
But, partner with other firms that have lists.
Okay.
Whether they have a social following or they have a nice list that you can tap, and you can find a win-win situation with them to, get promote them on your brand, and they promote you, and vice versa. And that's what we're doing today. We're creating content creators, creating
cross-promotion,
content.
guys. That's huge. That's tip number 4.
Tip number 4. Okay.
Cross-promotions. Take a look at the companies that you do business with, or perhaps it's a sponsor that's given you free stuff in the past, and reach out. Think about all the contacts that you have in your war chest and use them, because more than likely, if you can get someone to believe in your vision, they will most likely promote it for you.
So that was 4, right?
Yeah.
So 5, and this is something she's very good at. She's what, 60,000 or so followers?
Oh, altogether?
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, I have like
Alright.
5-10K on YouTube and 15 on Twitter and all the different company accounts. So you combine it, but yeah, it's a little tricky to combine it. But use your social media reach to generate sales. And be realistic in understanding that it might only be a conversion rate of like 1 to 3, 5%. It might not be half your following. And oftentimes your following won't all see it. There's an edge algorithm on Facebook, for example, where it's only kind of your closest contacts that it's relevant to will see your posts, and you see their posts. And if you have a business page like on Instagram or Facebook, they actually show you less so that you buy ads. So use your social media reach, but track it with analytics. That's kind of good.
Yeah,
Ooh,
track
analytics.
it with analytics.
Good old analytics.
Love them analytics.
Yeah, me too.
Which leads us to
Data
what?
nerds.
Instagram stories? Or was there another
Oh
one?
yeah. Okay.
Speaking of social media, are you guys advertising on Instagram stories? You should, because the world is watching in vertical these days.
Yeah, you were talking. So Brie was just mentioning the kind of Instagram TV now. So now the stories and the videos you post, there's a dedicated video section of Instagram now just because there's so much video content.
Yeah.
So really start thinking about video. It's more engaging. People might look at a photo because it says 1 million words, but a video says 1 trillion.
Trillion
Or
words.
just a Billy.
People like video, so start using it. Get out your phone and just record something, anything about your ebook, and do this before your ebook is even launched. Start promoting it. This is what I did before my cookbook was out. As I was making the recipes literally for the cookbook, I was taking videos every step of the way. Now all those videos are marketing materials that I can just instantly use, and I didn't have to set up an extra content creation day. I already had it in my library.
That's
so
awesome. She's a great video editor too. She's good with that that final
know.
cut.
You don't even
I
know.
see some. I don't even know. So that was 5? Or that was 6? Was that 6?
That's 6.
That was 6.
Stories,
Okay.
yeah.
Stories. Okay,
And then
so.
hashtag.
Okay, so I'll go. Okay,
Number
6A. No, I'll go straight.
6A.
6A. Some of these videos are actually pretty funny. I've been doing. Okay, we'll do 7. Oh, I get the lucky number. Heck yeah, I love 7. That's my number.
soccer
7,
number.
7. Oh damn.
Yeah, watch out. Get kicked in the butt.
Guess you don't want to do it.
Oh!
Just kidding.
Rude.
Just teasing. 7 is use hashtags on your Instagram stories. I've been able to pick up tons of viewers and followers actually that way. People don't realize that you can use actually hashtags and they show up. So I typically have like 80 to 100 or so people that will watch my Instagram stories, but when I use a hashtag, I can grow to 250 sometimes. So sometimes it's very general words too that a lot of people are searching for or follow. So sometimes even something as silly as pool, or pool party or fireplace right here, or cat or hashtag meow, or hashtag fashion, right, or something like that, hashtag nutrition.
How do you find the good hashtags?
So Instagram actually has a search tool. When you're searching, you can switch between people and tags. And you can type in the tag you're looking for, or at least the root word of it, as if it's Latin or something, right? When I'm doing billionaire tag or something like that, I'll type billionaire, and it'll show me billionaire toys, billionaires club, billionaire investors, and that gives me, and I create lists off those relevant, I did one for millionaires, one for billionaires, and one for each different type of investors. Sometimes I was actually showing her recently. I created about 250 different hashtags saved on my phone here that I can, use with a tool for each billionaire. The top 250 billionaires basically. So I can start using their hashtags and getting some of their traffic. But I'm not going to use them for my story because not as people are going to be watching that story. But I'm going to use them for hard posts that are going to sit there for a while.
Okay.
And when you're doing stories too, save them to highlight reels. There's all these different albums.
Oh right. Yes.
So
I
people
need
can
to
see.
utilize that, actually.
Yeah, your business stuff, your personal, your fun, your travel. It lets people kind of really get inside your mind and engage and understand what you're up to. And that helps generate sales and more loyalty and engagement and kind of grow your list.
Yes.
That was 7.
Actually, they got
7. Number 8.
I have to think of all the things we were talking about.
Say.
No.
That was yours, though.
Okay. You can steal it.
So number 8. Yeah, because I don't even have one.
Number 8. No.
Number 8, which I need to do apparently, is you need to have your own personal website for you. not just for your product, but for you. And why do you need to have that, Josh?
Yeah, so the reason I usually recommend that is because, businesses come and go, and I've had tons of companies in the last 15 years. So, I always keep the joshbois.com. That way, and I have a dedicated subscribe feature on there as well.
You just have it because you're just full of yourself.
Oh, thank you. No, it lets me promote all the different companies that I, run, and lets people subscribe, and lets me showcase video content. And I also have e-commerce on there, so people can pay for consulting services or media if they don't do it through one of my business brands. So I definitely recommend having your own personal website, because that can so even if you sell a business, right, or people take over, or you have a fight with your partner, or anything, you always have your own personal site. So that's
okay.
Eight.
Yeah, that was 8. So number 9.
Somewhere around 9.
Somewhere 9.
Just in time.
Oh, we didn't talk about Amazon printing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So one thing I was bringing up is when you do an ebook, typically you don't make a physical version. But one thing you can do is actually make an on-demand Amazon version of your book where when someone buys it, they'll actually physically print it off and then mail it. So that way you're not holding inventory and you're not tying up your liquid assets or your cash flow buying 10,000 books. And then people can print it at a local Amazon center in New York if the person's in New York, or one in California. They can print it locally, so they're not even paying all that shipping. So the shipping's cheap. So that's one thing I recommend doing an ebook, especially if you're gonna do physical events. That way you can have a couple physical books to sell. If you're an event, people don't want to pay with a credit card for something digital. They want to at least feel something.
That makes
they
so
can
much
bring
sense.
home.
So number 10, events.
Events. All right.
I don't even know what I want to say about events.
Well, we were talking about, you did a launch party for your book.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Events. Okay. So when you first come out with your ebook, you need to talk yourself up. You need to make an explosion. You need to just put it out there. Like I was telling Josh, your first customers are going to be your friends and family, and if they don't know about it, they're not buying. So you need to put it out there. You need to start promoting it early too. And I'm talking about weeks in advance. It's coming. Make a launch date. Have a giant party. Take photos. Have fun with it. Invite all your friends. Everyone needs a good reason to celebrate. So make sure you blow this up as big as you can. Don't just do it digitally and just put your book out there and be like, okay, here, people buy it. I'm gonna sit on my couch. No, make a community. You gotta, what is it called? Be the ripple in the ripple in the lake.
I was
make a splash. Make a splash. So.
And that brings up, that's one thing I was mentioning earlier. I'm not sure if that was our last video. Is when I did my 30th birthday recently, right over here, I made sure that I had a RSVP form, but that way I can collect first and last name, phone numbers, emails, social media, and I can keep that all in a database and store. And I can I can mass text or mass email all my friends new content, right, or things events to come to. And that way you start kind of growing your list, and you can kind of tap that, because social media, they may or may not see it, right?
Yeah.
But text has a crazy statistic when you're doing text message marketing. 99% of texts get opened within the first 5 to 10 minutes. And yes, there's text people don't respond to from other people, but for the most part, you're going to pick up your mom, your dad, your business partner, your associate, your best friends, your clients, your significant other. So maybe you avoid some text, but for the most part, you're always opening it. Eventually, you're not going to leave that little unread notification forever unless you're lazy.
Yeah, that's true. Lazy. Text message is huge. So, is there a service you recommend for that?
I actually recommend CallFire does it. Actually a really good one, I think it's Easy Texting. And they have an app where you can actually individually add someone's first and last name and their phone number right on your phone. So that way it's easy to, and you can actually import from your address book too.
Oh, wow.
So if you have people saved in your contacts and you just want to sit there and create groups, that's what it's all about, is groups, segments in marketing, so you can have your friends, then you can have your customers, then you can have just the general public that you just send everything to. Then you can have the investors. We were talking about investors earlier. So you can have kind of the sensitivity people where you're going to be very careful what you're going to say to them, and you don't want necessarily to send them every message, or you don't want to send the investor the ebook message because you want to save them for give me 50 G's.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. That message, or go to the crowdfunding page and make a dent.
Don't scare the people that matter.
No, we don't.
Okay. So that was 10.
That was
so
10.
we have 2 more tips.
2 more tips, guys.
2 more tips.
All right, what we got for them?
All right, I'm trying to think here. What is the most important thing you guys need to know?
We talked about hashtags. We talked about stories. Did I go into the billionaire list on this video yet, or was that the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, store really important hashtags. Do the hashtag search, and then use a tool like one of the tools I recommend is called snippet keys, and that's where you can basically store phrases that you commonly use. So you can just tap on different hashtags. And use them without having to retype them. And you can do the research once and then make sure you're reusing them. And it makes it easier to count the 30 instead of every time you're writing it and you're forgetting. So definitely use a tool. Oh, YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, actually, that was the last video. I use a tool called TubeMogul.
TubeMogul.
Yeah, I think they might have changed the name. It might be TubeBuddy now as well, I think.
Tubular.
TubeBuddy lets you
Tubular.
lets you search hashtags other people are using and that are trending. So you tag really good hashtags and tags to your YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tags instead of hashtags.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
And that also helps you maybe pick a better title, because the title might even have
that's a
more,
good idea.
and also
Yeah.
the content that you include in. So if you have in the title, your tag, and maybe even in the file name of the video, they might see what you uploaded as. Even, it's talking about bikes and stuff, and you post some of the investors, it could be totally different. They're like, okay, they're trying to fool us.
Yeah.
Tomfoolery.
Okay.
So it lets you pick
Foolishness.
one look. One look. Good old
Alright.
Alright, so
Don't
okay,
get distracted.
That was 11 is YouTube.
Okay, number 12. I think I know what I want it to be.
Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, that's the final
wait,
one.
it's a secret.
I'm gonna have to do 12 there. And like give them like a certain link to launch on.
Yeah, and then like make an affiliate.
You should go to our website.
Okay.
Oh yeah, affiliate. Okay, yeah.
Oh, affiliate.
There we go. Okay, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Alright.
Okay. So we know
got it.
we got it. Okay. Affiliates.
Affiliates.
Be affiliated. No.
Do you know what that means? And if you don't, you better jump on it right now because there's money to be made.
Mhm. So this is one of the first things I recommend to a ton of our clients when we're doing marketing or managing their sites or doing big influencer campaigns. Is set up an affiliate platform on your website. So basically, you can give out links to the public and to your friends, or to promoters, or to influencers, or powerful people, or giants that you're stepping on their shoulders, right? And that way, when they're promoting it, they can get a cut. So if they're out there and they generate 2 or 3 sales, they can get their 10% paid out by PayPal, either automatic or you can approve it. That lets it track it in the system, and they can see how effective they are being, or if they need to try something new, and just instills a sense of transparency. So they know if they help close a deal for you, that they get their money and they get to see it in the platform. So we definitely recommend setting up an affiliate platform. We can help with that.
Yeah, we can help with that. So if you guys have any questions about setting that up, just shoot us a DM.
So that is all. Thank you guys for watching our 12 tips reshoot. The first one was good when it was a little lighter.
Hope you guys found this super informational. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below and we'll get those to you.
And don't forget to watch our other video about fundraising tips for entrepreneurs, and especially female entrepreneurs. We talked about female investors around here.
Yes.
And that will be on YouTube as well, on Josh Bois TV. And you can find it on her channel.
Yes. Girl
Which-
Power Fitness.
Girl Power Fitness.
All things girl power.
All things girl power.
That's right.
Alright guys, that is all out.